Hi, it's Tony Chapman. I'm the host of Chatter That Matters, presented by RBC. Small business is the heart of the Canadian economy, and it's in our collective interest to keep them beating strong. So we put together a 6-part video series to give small business owners everything they need to drive their top line and bottom line. You'll hear from people like Ujwal Arkagal, he's a cultural anthropologist, Angela Donnelly from Corthentic. We've got Joe Mimran, incredible entrepreneur, Chris Barrett from Operatic, Christian Dion from Broadsign. Finally, we have Laurie Darlington from RBC. And on this episode, I chat with... I love interviewing people that have played many roles. Big business like PepsiCo's of the world and Whirlpool. Then we're going off and taking that knowledge in their knapsack and starting their own business and bringing value. And then after that, as the world changes and digital becomes part of the transformation, taking that step in their career. And that's why today on Chatter That Matters, we're speaking to Christian Dion. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks for having me.
I brought you on the show because you're an expert in using advertising to drive traffic. Why are you so passionate about digital out of home? And how is it possible that this is a medium that a small business can take advantage of?
Over the last few years, you look at online advertising, it's been a crowded space. You look at pricing has been rising to the roof. It's still very effective, but when digital out of home started taking some massive momentum over the last 5 years with the transformation of all those static boards into digital boards and screens, now you have a new accessible medium for the small and bigger brands. This wasn't the case if we were having this conversation 10 years ago. So the advancement of the industry as a whole is offering a lot of opportunity for small business owners.
In what way?
You see, right now, there's self-serving platform that can allow you as a business to jump in and set up your campaign and run it on as many screens as you want. You can run it on one screen, which we've seen stunt for individuals at Valentine's Day who have been asking their significant other to marry them on one board, to multiple screens across the country.
So what's the difference between digital out of home and the other people knocking at the door saying, I've got a mobile campaign or search or yellow pages or local radio? Why does digital out of home work so well?
This advancement of technology gives more targeting capabilities and attribution and creative options that are mimicking a little bit the online world. So that gives more credibility to the medium. Add a layer to this, it's cost effective when you compare it to the online world. It's very flexible and it ultimately drives results. This is what a small business owner wants. They want foot traffic and they want impact on their bottom line. And I think the medium has proven to do that over the last few years.
I'm a small business owner. I get it's easy to run a digital campaign, but what would I put on it?
Tony, it all depends on your objective. You have to go back to what is it that you want to achieve, right? Digital out of home will help you get out there with a bigger voice, get out there with credibility that was before just reserved for the big brands. You can also spend your budget how it matters to you. So let me give you an example. You have the best soup in town. You might want to deliver your campaign using triggers like temperature. Or let's say you have a gin. You might want to heavy up during happy hours in specific locations in the city where there's bars and get your message out there. So the possibilities are endless, but I think again, it goes back, what is your objective? Where are you in your development stage? Understand your customer and then nail down the message with some good creative input.
One of the things that we talked about in the pre-interview, you said, I want to give something back to the small business community. And you've come up with a really interesting idea. Tell me about it.
We're very sensitive to the situation with small business in Canada and local business. It's a very unique context. I mean, I have a lot of empathy for small business owners right now. So what we have decided to do is to do our part in supporting businesses at the local level. We started a program we just launched called Give Your Local Business a Big Voice, where small businesses can come and apply and have the chance to win $10,000 campaign that will be awarded in early November. You just have to go to campsiteproject.com/big voice. So we're truly excited about this program.
Christian, every advertiser has a pitch, but in today's market where every penny counts, I need to get a return. Why is digital out of home different than every other media that's claiming they're going to get results?
Yeah, if I was a business owner right now, I would start small and scale when I start seeing results. That's the beauty of digital out of home. It's flexible, you can pause, you can extend your campaign, you can invest more, but the results, you will start seeing it in footfall traffic. You'll see it in terms of sales increase. You'll see it in terms of online activity increase. One thing that I want you guys to not overlook, I think small business owners have all the best stories to tell. That's what makes this country a great country with all the small businesses. That story needs to live on a digital board. I think the best way to look at it is it's a creative canvas. Use it to your best advantage. It's not something that is a slam dunk. It needs to be telling the right story with the right messaging, with the right call to action.
So I've been talking to Dion, a thought leader in the digital space. And what I learned today is that it's important that you put your best foot forward. And you do that with your windows, you do that with your storefront, but you can also do it by taking advantage of marketing at the speed of light. That can be fly fishing by taking advantage of time of day, and it can be advantage of weather. It can take advantage of the fact that you want to own those 4 street corners. But the most important thing to remember is when you have that point of view, when you have retail that matters, or you're a professional services firm or a restaurant, and you've got something signature to say, don't be afraid to say it. Dion, thank you so much for joining me on Chatter That Matters.
Thank you, Tony. A pleasure.